Do I speak Dutch? Unfortunately not.
Lekker. Do I have the level A1 now?
Hello everyone, my name is Irina and welcome to my channel. I've been living in the Netherlands for almost 3 years, but do I speak Dutch? Unfortunately not. But this is actually my New Year's resolution to change that, and this video is my first step towards it. I want to speak the language of the country I live in, so I've decided to have a little experiment to see if I can improve my language skills in just 1 week. What I hope to achieve by the end of this video is being able to have a basic conversation with the strangers on the streets, to have a better understanding of grammar, to be able to form my own sentences, and just have a good foundation for my future learning. A lot of goals in just 1 week of time, and the only reason I think it's at all possible is because I have some previous very limited knowledge. I had a Dutch course, I did Duolingo, all that, but I haven't really put in as much effort as I know I can. Why not learn Dutch? If I already live here, I have the perfect environment for practicing. We'll see how this goes, and let's get started.
The idea for this video came to me when I saw a video that was called something like learn all the Dutch grammar you need for level A1 in 1 hour. And I was like, I think I can do this. I want to try it right now. I mean, obviously I'll have to practice and use that grammar to actually understand it, but I think it's a good start. I'll just see what I need to learn and I'll make notes. So let's just try it and see what I can achieve by the end of the hour.
Deze kop is op de tafel. Ik ben voor de telefoon. Leuk om je te ontmoeten. Leuk om je te ontmoeten. Wat betekent dat?
I think it's time for the final test. I have a lot of notes, I've been making them throughout the video. So let's see how I did.
I'm going to have 15 questions. And if I answer 10 of them or more correctly, then I passed. I'm not sure I will, honestly. No, I don't remember.
I've passed. Gefeliciteerd voor mij. Don't mind my pronunciation, that's next level. Overall, I think this video was really helpful. In the final test, I made 4 mistakes, I think. Ik heb veel plezier het Nederlands te studeren. I'll cut it out if I said it wrong. The most difficult topics for me were the time, because telling the time in a different language is just more complicated than it has to be. And I also need to practice my numbers. Like, I know them, but it takes me a while to remember them. So I just need to learn them by heart.
I'm going over the notes. I forgot about it completely, and I was about to go to bed, and then I remembered that I had to learn. So this is what I'm doing right before bed, but they say it's the best time to learn, because if you memorize something right before you go to bed, it's going to stay there for longer. is day 2 of my challenge, and I'm going to sit down and look over my notes, and then I think I'll do some exercises on prepositions. Later today I want to make a list of the words I want to learn, perhaps choose a topic and then just find the words for it. And I'll do this while I have my coffee and my almond croissant. And you best believe I ordered it in Dutch. It's been a couple of hours since I last studied, and I'm going to find some words to learn. I'm thinking about maybe the food topic, or like phrases you can use at a restaurant. Hoe laat is het? Het is 2 minuten voor 5. 5. Het is 2 minuten voor 5.
Het is mijn hond. Ik hou van mijn hond. Hij is mooi. Hij slaapt. Hij houdt van mij. Goedemorgen. Wij gaan naar de stadcentrum. Wij willen gebak kopen. Misschien een croissant of een panne chocola. En wij willen koffie drinken. Wij zijn met onze hond. Het is zaterdag. Het is 10 voor half 12. Zij hebben panne chocola en een chocoladeclair. Eclair chocola. Maar geen veganistische opties. In de eerste bakkerij hebben zij geen veganistische opties. Daarom gaan wij naar de verschillende bakkerij. Gebruikelijk drink ik een latte met havermelk en Fanta eet ik een panne chocola. Lekker. Onze hond hardloopt naar de huis. Hij houdt van hardlopen niet, maar hij moet. Wij zijn in Amsterdam. Wij gaan naar de boekhandel, want ik wil een boek kopen. Vandaag is het weer mooi. This is day 4. Today is day 4 of the challenge. Het is zondag. Today we went to Amsterdam and walked there for a little bit, but now we're home and I want to write down about what we did, but I don't know how to form the past tense, so I'm just going to journal in the present. I just want to practice my writing skills. I don't know many words, but I'll just try to write as much as I can with the vocabulary that I have. And then, if you study Dutch, I'm sure you've seen this book. I got it a couple of years ago. I only have like 2-3 lessons done here. I found one about going to the restaurant, so I want to do this lesson here in the book. Yeah, that's the plan for this study session.
wasn't bad. This is all I could write with the words I knew. I googled a phrase later when I finished about how to say something I wasn't sure about. But overall, pretty good. I have underlined the words that I don't know in this dialogue, and I'm going to translate them and then maybe do a couple of exercises. Goedenavond. It's almost 10 o'clock in the evening and I haven't been doing much of my daily studying today because in the morning my dog was not feeling really well. He had a swollen eye. He was more or less doing fine, like he would eat and drink and he wanted to go for a walk, but he was a bit more tired and he could barely open his eyes because one of his eyes was swollen. He's fine now. That happens every couple of months for him. But yeah, it's been a bit stressful, and I woke up today at 6:30 a.m. and I thought I was going to have a really productive day and do a lot of studying. None of that happened. In terms of my Dutch, I did a couple of tests online just like I do every day, and I worked on the topic weather, and there are a couple of new words that I want to write down and learn. I also want to do a couple of listening exercises, maybe write something down just like I did yesterday, just write about my day in present tense. This is all I know, but still just write something down. Throughout the day, I watched some videos in Dutch, like some conversations, and I realized that it's really difficult for me to understand it if I don't see the subtitles. And I don't think I have enough energy and willpower to do anything else. But it's still progress. Also, I said it's difficult for me to understand Dutch. It is. But at the same time, I feel like I understand a lot if I read. When it comes to listening or speaking, that's the most difficult part for me. And you know, when you study a new language, the less you know, the more you think you know. Because I feel like I can read big novels in Dutch and understand most of it, not all, of course, but that's the trap, that's the trick of learning a new language. You think you know a lot when in reality you know so little. Like, it's a drastic upgrade from where I started, but still I can't even understand basic conversations when I hear them. As you can see, he's fine now. Almost back to normal. I've decided to go to the library today to study. I'm planning to have a grammar focus session. I spent about an hour at the library, maybe a bit more than that, and I think it was a really productive study session. I worked on modal verbs and numbers, and I read a couple of dialogues and texts about restaurants and supermarkets and like the language used there. I was a lot more productive than I am at home, so I'm glad that I went there.
I'm just walking around Amsterdam and I had some coffee and I just looked through my notes and journaled in Dutch. Now I'm just going to walk around and listen to like a Dutch podcast or like Dutch stories for beginners. For my daily yoga flow today, I want to try yoga in Dutch. I found a video of a Dutch yoga teacher and I'm going to try to follow her instructions. I've finished the yoga class. I think it went well. I could understand some parts, but there was a lot that I did not understand, so I had to look at the screen. But there were some parts that I understood, and that's a win. I feel like that's a win. Everything has come down to this. We are going to see if my daily studying for a week was worth it. I'm going to try and pass the A1 level test. I just found a random one online. I haven't looked through it. I don't know what the questions are going to be, but I'm going to try my best. I'm a bit nervous. I mean, I've done what I could. Let's see how much I learned throughout this week. And yeah, wish me luck. Let's get started. Overall, it was an amazing week. I'm really glad that I decided to prioritize Dutch and studying. The results are quite good. I made some mistakes, but that's part of the process. So I'm not too sad about just some stupid mistakes I made like in the final test, especially because I'm the one who assigned the test for myself. So it was all about just having fun and learning new words and feeling more confident in my daily interactions with the Dutch. I've started ordering my coffee in Dutch. The level A1 is all about that, just feeling like you can understand some parts of conversation, and when you can talk to people about just some basic things. I feel like I can do this now. I can definitely understand Dutch better now when I hear someone speaking. Of course, I don't understand everything, but I can kind of like fish out some words and get the context. And most importantly, I am motivated to keep going and to keep studying. This final test was actually really helpful because I saw which topics I need to work on. Even though I know the rules, it's all about practicing. So I'm going to keep doing some tests and looking through my notes. I think it was a successful experiment. Do I have the level A1 now? To some extent. Some might say yes, some might say no. Overall, I am really satisfied with how I worked this week. The results are quite good. Not perfect, but good is good enough. I hope this video has perhaps inspired you to start learning a new language. It is really fun and I think it's a good activity to do. So if there's a language you want to learn, this is your sign to start. Thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Doei doei!